Well, a smart contract is basically a code that's being deployed to the blockchain itself. That's it. It's very simple. In that code that you post on the blockchain, you can add functions that do stuff. Okay, so you can have, like in a very simple example, you can have like a transfer. So you have your own function that someone can call out of the outside of the blockchain and call it, and then pass parameters and action, and that's it. And you can have a transaction. I think there are many challenges in creating smart contracts. The main ones are, first of all, cost, developing cost, and auditing costs and stuff like that. That can cost, varies between the difficulty of the contract, but from like a few thousand into like $50,000 or $100,000, depends on the complexity of the contract itself. And another challenge could be time, because the more complex the contract is, it takes a lot more time to create it, to develop it, and then test it. Well, you need to create a contract that is robust, that is secure. And to make sure your contract is secure, you give it to an external company that checks your code and make sure it's secure, that no one can hack it or take money off of the contract or scam somewhere in the middle of it. First of all, it costs a lot of money to do audit for your contracts. And it takes time also. They need their time to work on your contract, and there's a lot of back and forth to do fixes, and that's it. Yes and no, because it depends on how you define the update, the edit. Well, the real answer is no. You can't, because once you upload a contract to the blockchain, it stays there, it has a specific address, you can't touch it. It's a bit more complex, but you can create a new contract that contains the differences that you want to add, and then post it again with a different address. Okay, so first of all, you need to have the code for the contract you wrote and uploaded in advance in order to save time and not write everything from scratch. And then you need to edit the stuff that you want. Then you need to send it to audit in order to make sure that you didn't create any bugs or any security breach. And then once you get an approval from them, you can load it again, pay the fees in order to load the contract, and then you have it. Okay, first of all, to create a smart contract, we use a language called Solidity, which is like made up of a few different languages all put together. And it's very unique. There's a lot of unique stuff in that specific language in order to write a smart contract. In order to create a very sophisticated contract, you need a certain level of expertise in Solidity. In order to save gas and in order to have a secure code and everything, you need to have a bit of experience and abilities to understand how to write it. It takes time. Not every starter Solidity developer can write very complex code. Well, it's still a work in progress, but I think it will be very interesting to see what we build for the phase 1 even. And then based on the customers that we'll see, we will upgrade it and have a lot more functionality later on.
Thank you.
Thank you.